Hey guys, Jadon here from Viper Off-Road. In this video I'm going around the community and the campsite, and I'm going to tell you the story of why the not 650, that's my other bike that I just got, the XR150, the bike I'm on now, why this thing disappeared after the first video and with it for like 2 months off the channel back in the spring. That's my neighbor. This is also a test of my new camera. I'm just sort of not really going in the woods or anything. I might a little bit, but yeah, I don't have any gear on. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah, so basically what happened, according to the mechanic, too long, didn't watch the video, the clutch exploded. 86 kilometers on the bike and the clutch exploded, which was odd. The mechanic at the dealer, which I will give a shout out to in a minute, was fantastic. He said he'd never, he was actually a really good mechanic, and each where we go, where we bought my Rubicon, where we bought this, where we bought my 300, and he said he'd never seen anything like it in all his years as a mechanic, and he's been a mechanic for a long time. I'm gonna go down here, explore a little bit. But basically, the clutch, according to him, what his exact words were the clutch ate itself. Yeah, it does sound odd, and he admitted it was odd and not something you normally have happen. It was a fluke thing, more or less a very big fluke. And yeah, so the whole story is I got the bike. I had a whole nother video of this recorded, and then my camera mic came in, so I was like, let's do that, and this is the video. Oh, it handled the sand okay there in second gear. Sand is a nightmare. But, okay, so on to the story. So we get the thing home, and because there's snow on the ground and I can't ride, because I have, like, no two-wheel experience other than mini bikes, I take the bike into our living room for 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks it sits in our living room. I will put a picture on the screen somewhere now, and the thing sat in our living room for 2 weeks, and then after those 2 weeks were over, enough snow had melted to safely ride the bike. So I take it out on the road, and, well, not the road because I don't have my license at this point yet. I just got that a month after this happened or so. I got my license. So I come out just around our community. In the video that I'll put a card to in the corner, that first ride, that I had some already on it, and basically that was the route I was doing. And the whole time it smelled funny, like this weird smell of burning rubber that I didn't really realize what it was. Like, either the clutch was not adjusted properly, or the mechanic said it seemed to have a major manufacturing defect that caused it to die. Well, anyway, I'm on a little section of the trail where it had melted the snow off of, and where the snow had melted off this section of trail, I was on it just for the sake of riding around. And I came back, and then I go back out, and, well, the bike stops going forward. It was dry in this area, there wasn't snow in this area, it was odd. And so we end up having to push it back to the house, where we call the dealer we got it from, Dave's Sports Center in Woodstock, New Brunswick. And we're like, hey, and they called us earlier that day to ask us how the bike was doing, make sure everything was fine, and it was at that point. So we called them 3 or 4 hours later, and they're like, oh, hey, the bike is dead. It was running, but you couldn't get it to run, like go forward or anything. It wouldn't drive. It was running, but not driving, which is bad on a 2024. This is a 2024 XR150L. 1 second, I'm gonna go up this hill. But, yeah, so I had 83.5 or 86 kilometers on the bike at this point, somewhere in there. I think it was 83.5 because I thought I took a photo of it. If I find the photo on my camera, or on my phone rather, I'll put it up on the screen. But it was odd, and we took it up to them, and they were like, they got it in the same day, and we're like, it's probably just needs an adjustment. So they adjusted it, and it started working, but it wouldn't go uphill. So they were like, yeah, something's wrong. So we left it there, and we ended up getting a call, I want to say a week later, saying, yeah, your clutch is toast. I've never seen anything like this, especially on a bike with less than 100 kilometers on it. Like it's rare. And they were fantastic. They put in the warranty claim with Honda Canada, and Honda, because the clutch is quote-unquote a wear item, denied the claim. But the dealer we were going through, Dave Sports in Woodstock, were like, nope, we're not accepting that answer from you, Honda. You're gonna cover this. There's 86 kilometers on this motorcycle, and it shouldn't have failed. And it didn't fail in a way where, oh, they burned it at, like the owner burned the clutch out. It failed in a way that, like, it exploded, like it ate itself, like the discs were fragmented and everything. Like it was weird. So yeah, I had never heard of anything like this happening before, and they'd never seen anything like this happen before. It was really odd. So Honda eventually comes around and covers it, and we get a basically rushed to the front of the line. I forget what they called it. It was some term. I'll put it up on screen on a text bubble, but we basically were this term and told, yeah, your parts will be here sooner than everybody else's, even though they're on back order, because the clutch parts were on back order. And that sort of frustrated me a bit. We were told June, but with a more likelihood of October. Yeah, so we decide after another couple weeks of not hearing anything that we were going to buy another bike, because I had my license at this point and needed something to ride, because I was just itching to get on a bike and get moving. So I get on we end up buying a 2024 300 Rally with the original intention to trade this in, the XR, in for it. But my video was performing good, and we were going to end up needing a second bike next year, because my dad did his license too, and the plan was for him to ride my CT110. But that didn't end up happening. It didn't do hills. This one struggles on big hills with me, but I'm like 280 pounds. So what happened from there? Oh yeah, we get the 300 Rally home, and it's fine. I get like 800 kilometers on it, and then 1,000. Now I'm at 3,000, and expect a review of that bike soon. But back to the story on this. So we end up getting a call that this is ready, and this is like, it broke in May, like a day after I finished filming my other video on this, my first one, and it broke in May, and I got it back in latter half of June. It is a good bike. I think it's raining, which isn't good because the camera isn't waterproof anymore, but I'll finish real quick. So yeah, I get it back. It's June, and when we go up, we're told, like, yeah, Honda, right before the parts came in, they came in today, and we got it fixed for you because we know you've been waiting for it for a while. But at the same time, yesterday they told us, the day before we picked it up, so they'd gotten a call that said, oh yeah, your parts are going to be delayed till October, which we knew was a possibility, but we were hoping wasn't. And then we get them back anyways a day later. So yeah, it is now working really well. It's a solid bike. I love this thing. It is fantastic in the woods. I have 129 on this trip since my last gas stop, and I'm at 596 total right now with kilometers, which is nice. I haven't gotten to the first service yet, but oh well. I drive the 300 more on the road. This is more my woods bike. But yeah, I was gonna do a video comparing my this thing and my like the XR150 and my CT110, but I'm not gonna be able to do that anymore because I got rid of the CT110. I had it up for sale just to see what I'd get because we really couldn't afford 3 bikes, and the plan was to put that toward debt or get a cool trade, like, because we finance these things. I'm not one of those people that can just be like, oh hey, I can go buy this because I have the cash in hand. This one we bought cash in hand, but which we planned for, but the 300 we didn't, so we were going to put that money toward that. But we ended up, well, I ended up getting an offer to trade for a 04 XR150L that you may have seen in a couple of my shorts. I'll card one of those shorts in the corner. But yeah, I ended up getting that offered, and I was like, there's no way I can turn down getting an XR150L. Like, that was just too cool a trade opportunity to risk turning it down and never being able to find one again that I could afford, because there's stupid money on the used market. It needed tires, it needed blinkers, needed a headlight wiring fix, but it's up at the shop where we got this and the 300 Rally and my Rubicon, Dave Sports, where I was telling you about. And yeah, we got it up there. I'm hoping to have it back next week. It also needed a clutch cable because I broke that, or it broke. I don't know if I broke it or if it was just worn out and broke from use. But yeah, I have new tires for that are up there with it to get put on. I have a Dunlop D606 rear with a Pirelli MT21 front, which should be a really good tire combo from what I've heard. I'd put them on this, but you can't find them for this in the size because this is a 19 front and a 17 rear rim street bike and adventure bike size rims. Yeah, I'm heavy. Wait, was I? Yeah, I was in second gear. Whoops. Did a little drift. But, yeah. That thing will be on a video soon when I get it back. My tires that I haven't done anything to my Rally yet. I mentioned this more in the review, but I have picked a set of tires out for it. I'm going to go with the Michelin Anarchy Wilds because they look really cool, and that's part of it. And I ride that as much on the road, if not more on the road, than I do than in the woods. So yeah, I'm gonna put a 50-50 on it, but not a cheap one. The Anarchy Wild should be good. I've seen them be ran on some British adventure trails. They make them in the stock size, so I wanted to deal with re-gearing or anything. And they look good, and they perform well for a 50-50, which is all I asked for. Because I really don't want anything so aggressive on that, because I run that as a, almost all the time on the road with, like, I run it more like 80-20, 80% on the road, but when I'm off-road, I'm on technical, sketchy, muddy areas. So I needed something better than like an 80-20 street tire. Street bias, like 80-20, it wouldn't have worked. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here, I think. I'm gonna just keep driving. Thank you for watching this video. It's probably been a little longer than I intended. I intended to keep it to 10 minutes, but I already know it's gonna be probably more like 15 or 20. But thanks for watching, and I just hit 200,000 total views. Like, I'm at 201 something now, which, yeah, that made me happy. I also hit 300 subscribers. I'm at 310 now. Like in the last 2 weeks, I've gone up another, or last week really, I've gone up another 10. So thank you if you're one of my subscribers. I appreciate it. Sometime soon I'll figure out some merch with the logos on it. Just don't have a lot of time right now because it's summer. I'm done with school, but I'm working summer jobs and stuff to subsidize money for this channel to make it actually work for me. And yeah, appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of the video. I'll catch you in the next video. This has been Jadon from Viper Off-Road, signing out.